Welcome back, guys. Today I want to talk about the new Knoxville Smokies Stadium. It just opened up this spring in downtown Knoxville, Old City District. The stadium had been worked on for about a year and a half or two. I've actually been watching the construction progress every time I go to work because I drive on James White Parkway to get on the interstate right past where the new stadium is. And about a month and a half ago, Haley was given the opportunity to get some free tickets from some friends. Some people she knew offered her some free tickets. They were season ticket holders and they gave her some tickets for her birthday. We went. I'll be honest, we didn't expect the seats to be, we weren't expecting anything, but they were free tickets, and the stadium doesn't look like there's a bad seat, and sure enough, we ended up having great seats. We ended up sitting where we were staring down third base right behind the away team's dugout. My feet were literally propped up on the dugout roof. It was fantastic. The sun wasn't in our face. It was sunsetting about the time. It was an evening game on a Friday. On top of that, it was cooler weather. It wasn't like it is now where it's in the 90s every day. We were able to enjoy our time there. We didn't get any food, but we did pay attention when we walked in, and we walked around a little bit afterwards too before we left, looking at all the different food options. There was a lot, and it was reasonably priced too. There was a couple things you're like, I don't know if I'd buy that, but most stuff was very reasonably priced. Like $15 is gonna get you a meal, which is pretty impressive because if you've done other sporting events at like UTK, like over the University of Tennessee, like football games, baseball games, whatever, some of that stuff can earn you like $20 plus a meal, or even just like a beer. If somebody likes beer, like a can will cost you like $20 at times. It's a little absurd. So I was very impressed that you could get a pour for like $7-8. You could get a burger with fries and a soda for like 12 to 15. They had hot dogs. They had like a pizza place. Yeah, they had Barley's is there. They had a lot of local options and then stuff that was stadium specific, which was really cool. Then they had some nicer restaurants, a couple tap houses. It's a very nice stadium. Like walking up to it, it's very clean because it's new. The whole area is redone. It was very impressive. The only thing that is a little interesting right now about the stadium, I know a lot of people like the old Smoky Stadium because parking was easy. You know, it was out in Kodiak. It was across from where the Buc-ee's is now. You could just pull up in a huge parking lot, walk in. This one, there's not a true dedicated parking lot for it. You kind of have to find parking garages or other areas to park first and walk to the stadium. So it's not bad. We can kind of cheat. We walked from State Street parking garage and it wasn't that bad. We have biked around it here recently to find where we could ride our bikes up to it. We found a couple spots, so that'll make it really easy for us because we can literally bike right up to one of the gates, park our bikes and walk in. So that's a good thing. So if you want to bike and you're close enough, that is doable. Parking is kind of all over. You know, some people hate walking. I really don't mind it. We walk around downtown all the time. So for us, it was pretty easy breezy. We know downtown really well. I know the different garages to go to if one's full. You know, I can have plan A, B, C, and D in terms of parking in downtown. So for us, it wasn't that big a deal, but it is something to be aware of. When we walked up to the stadium, it was really easy to do our tickets. You saw them on our phone, they scan them, you walk up, you're on the main level right as you walk in. There's a team store there that had, anything you can imagine, Smokies logos and stuff. That was very nice. You had all your food options right there. We saw there's multiple club levels up high. Those would be real fun to try out sometimes. There's even a big playground for kids. So if you're taking your kids there and you got younger ones who get restless easily, which at a baseball game is probably gonna happen because they're not exactly the shortest thing in the world. They are faster now, there's a pitching clock, but still. One thing that was cool is between each inning, they did some kind of family-friendly event, whether it be like an obstacle race, a dance-off. They were always doing something and involving the crowd. I even had the mascot sit in my lap, which was very unexpected, but I was on the end of the row, on the aisle, right there, like last seat. So I guess I should have seen something coming like that. Overall though, we loved our experience. We did leave a little early because there was a gelato place that also opened in Old City that we'll probably do a video on later that turned out to be really good, and we wanted to get to it before it closed and before the crowds all started leaving. But it was a good game. We've never done anything Smokies. I've been to multiple major league parks. I've been to some other minor league baseball games. And overall, this is a very pleasant experience. Like, if you have the opportunity, I'd highly recommend going. Especially if somebody's gonna give you free tickets or like discounted tickets. The soccer team from Knoxville also plays there as well. We really want to try and go see one of those. I was overall very impressed. It lived up to the hype. It's been talked about for the last couple of years. Like, I really hope they have some other events in there. I would love to see a concert in that space, see what they do with that. But it was overall, highly recommend. If you're curious or have any other questions, just leave comments down below. We can try and answer. Knoxville Smokies, A+ in our book. See you in the next one.